Hey guys, it's Trey here once again, back with another video, and it's been a while since I've uploaded. I'm back now. I'm going to try to be a little bit more consistent with this and keep content coming out for you guys, so stay tuned for that. Today what we're going to be doing is I want to show you guys how to set up a web server. This web server is going to be for a node project, so we're going to be able to run a node project on this web server, and we're going to start from scratch. So we're going to need to get a domain name, actually get the web server. We're going to need to, set up the web server, all the securities and everything, set up the SSH. We're going to need to get an SSL certificate, and we're going to need to apply that certificate to our node project. So this is really just going to be a full setup guide and just show you guys how I like to set up my servers. And if there's anything that you feel like I missed during this demonstration, then let me know in the comments. I'm not really used to doing this in this format. I usually just, run through it whenever I get a new server. So doing this and actually explaining it, I might actually miss a few things or, just out of just this being a new experience. So you guys bear with me and run through this with me. And I will show you guys how to do this from beginning to having a fully set up server that you can use yourself. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to set up SSH keys on our client computer. So our web server is going to be a computer that's out in the cloud. I'm going to be using a Digital Ocean server, but you can use pretty much any web hosting site that you can find out there. They have plenty of them. I like Digital Ocean, so I'm going to be using Digital Ocean. But that server is going to be a computer that's out in the cloud. Now, in order to connect to that server, we need our own client computer, which is the computer that's going to be at your house. So on that computer that's at your house, you need to set up SSH keys, and this is what we're going to use to log into the server. So we're not going to be typing in a password every time we SSH in. It's just going to use that key file to log in. So let's go ahead and create that key file on our client computer. And so just go to your home computer and we're going to type in SSH Key Gen. All right. So now if you're on a Windows computer, your process is going to be a little bit different. You're going to have to install PuTTY. I believe you can use PuTTY to do this. So for you guys, you might have to do a little bit more research. I'm not going to go through the Windows way of doing it. I'm just going to do Linux, Mac. So sorry for you Windows guys, kind of out of luck here. So we're going to use the SSH Key Gen. So once you type it in, it's going to ask you where you want to save the file. I'm just going to save it here in this home Cooper J SSH file, folder. So I'm going to save it there. And then I'm going to enter a passphrase. All right, and then I'm going to enter it again. All right, and now it generated that file. This is where your key is going to be. So what we're going to do now is that's pretty much it. All the things we need to do on the client computer at this moment. Next up, we're going to need to actually get a web server. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, so now we have our browser up, and what we're going to do is we're going to go to digitalocean.com. So we're going to go just type in Digital Ocean, and it'll come up. It's this first one that comes up here, just digitalocean.com. We're going to click on that. I'm going to sign in. All right, now that I'm signed in, this is my dashboard. I have no projects or anything going on, so we're going to go ahead and go over here to this left side, and we're going to create new project. I'm going to click on new project, and then here I'm just going to type in node server. I'm not going to add a description. Let's see. Let's do class project, educational purposes. All right, we're going to click on that. Move resources. We don't have any resources, so we're going to skip for right now. All right, so now we have this node server project, and now we're going to go down here. It's going to say get started with the droplet. You can click there, or you can go up here to this create button and then go to droplets. So we're going to go up here, we're going to click that, and now I'm going to create a Ubuntu 2004 server. I'm going to keep the basic plan. I'm going to get this $5 a month plan because I'm not really planning on using this after this. So get whichever plan fits you or your needs. So you can go ahead and check out their plans. I'm going to scroll down here. I'm just going to leave it at New York. Uses 3. Keep going. Here's where we need to add our SSH key. So that SSH key that we just created, that's where we're going to add this. So we're going to go SSH key, and then we're going to go new SSH key under here. And then this is where you need to copy and paste your SSH key. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to our terminal here on our client machine, of course, and we're going to copy that SSH key. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to vim, and then I'm going to do .ssh, and then I think it's id rsa.pub, and this will pop up. It's going to have your RSA key here. So what you're going to want to do is you just want to copy everything in this file. Just copy everything in here. All right, so now once you have this copied, you can go ahead and go back to your browser. And then inside of this box here, we're going to paste that content. And once you have that pasted, you can go ahead and name it. So I'm just going to say home computer. And then we're going to say add SSH key. All right, so now we have that SSH key in here and it's created. So we're good to go there. Now we're going to come down here. We're going to choose a host name. I'm just going to name it Webserver, I guess. So it'll just be Webserver. And we want to add it to this node server project. And that's pretty much it. You can enable backups if you want. I'm not going to. We're going to create this droplet. And it's creating the droplet. That's what this line is. Once it's complete, it will let you know that it's done. So see, as it's moving, and now it is complete. So now we have this web server here, and this is it. This is our web server. All right, so next up we want to go ahead and get a domain name. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to godaddy.com, and we're going to get a domain name. So it's just godaddy.com. And then I'm going to sign in. All right, so now that I'm signed in, I'm going to go back to the main page, and I'm going to type in a name. So let's just think of something. Let's just say nodeserver.com. Let's see if that's taken. Looks like it is. So we're just going to go with, let's just do nodeserver.io. Oh no, $53. We're not doing nodeserver.io. Let's see what else we got. You know what? We'll just do nodeserver.io. All right, we're going to do it for 1 year, and that will be $2.99. Let's go ahead and take that offer. All right, we're not going to get any of that. Don't need that. No thanks. All right, let's continue. All right, so we have this $2.99 for 1 year. Good to go. All right, so now we have our domain, nodeserver.info. Now let's go ahead and I'm going to skip that setup because I don't want to do any of that. We're going to use this for our own domain. Let's go to back to here, and if we go to up here to the account and then go to my products. All right, so once we get to this page, if we scroll down, we can see domains. Here we go. Let's go to manage my domain, and then in this management, we're going to go to, where are we at? Here we go, manage DNS. So if you scroll down, you'll see this manage DNS. And then down here, we're scrolling down to name servers. We're going to hit change. So once we go here, we're going to go to this bottom. It says enter my own name servers. So once you get to this page, we're going to go back to our Digital Ocean site. So we're going to go down here to our web server. We're going to click on add a domain. And then we're going to enter the domain name that we just bought. So it was nodeserver.info. And then we're going to say add domain. And then here we can see that we have these NS. So these are going to be our name servers. So what we're going to want to do is copy this. So you just copy any one of those name servers. Then we're going to go here and we're going to paste it. So what we're going to do is we're going to set the 3. So there's 3 name servers. So we're going to go ns1.digitalocean.com, ns2. Then we're going to go to down here to add name server. And then we're going to put ns3.digitalocean.com. All right. Once we do that, we can go ahead and click save. This will save it in, and then it's going to say changing name servers is risky. That's fine. We're going to say yes, I consent, and go to continue. So this is basically linking our domain name to our droplet on our DigitalOcean. So now if we refresh, this should say something about we're not the owners of your name servers or something like that. Well, that's taking forever, but now that we got that done, we can go here and we need to create another A record. We're going to do www, and then we're going to do our web server and then click that. So now we have www.nodeserver.info and we have nodeserver.info. So if anyone goes to either one of those, it'll link it to our server here. All right. So at this point, we are pretty much done with setting up our domain name. Everything should be good. If I go back to GoDaddy, we see that it says we cannot display your DNS information because we aren't the managers of your name servers or whatever. So that's good. That means that we are hooked up to our DigitalOcean, and this is pretty much the first part of this tutorial. I'm going to stop here. In the next tutorial, we're going to actually log into our droplet here, and we're going to actually get in there and start configuring our server. All right, so that's pretty much it for this one. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe to the channel and all that jazz, and I will see you guys in the next video.